Trojans. First game tonight here in the boys' 4th Region Tournament on the Sky CTC, Don Franklin Glasgow 4th Region Basketball Radio Network.
Culver's wouldn't be what it is today without the family we so proudly serve.
So this class is responsible for growing produce and flowers, hanging baskets, and different vegetables in our school greenhouse that we sell to the public. We also use the produce that's left over after our annual plant sale to grow here in our raised garden beds, and then we harvest that produce throughout the summer. And then all of that produce gets donated to the Barren County Reads and Feeds program here that we do within our school district.
Hey son, what you doing?
Daddy, I'm going to own a dealership one day.
All right, I'll dream with you.
From one small dream to over 25 dealerships in the state of Kentucky, we have set out to provide Kentuckians with reliable vehicles and the best customer service for over 50 years. This may have started with a simple dream, but our dedication to our customers will go on for generations.
What I really like about with Project Lead the Way and with the STEAM content that I get to teach is it makes those real world connections. It's allowing kids to put their brain in action. It's not that, we're not at that time in the game where we're sitting and getting and taking notes and content. It's taking that content and applying it to real world selections. And that's what Project Lead the Way is allowing us to do and create those opportunities. Those students that you have in the classroom that may struggle with that reading and math are thriving with this content because they're able to put solutions to problems and fix things that they wouldn't necessarily get in a normal math or reading classroom.
Just being able to figure out what didn't work and how to make it work and how to work through that process just in itself for you as a person is important, but also it builds those skills that are going to be necessary for each grade that follows us.
At the culmination of our pathways, students have the opportunity to go out into the community and to be able to co-op. It's through these experiences that kids get real life experience. They get to practice the skills that they learn in the class hands-on.
I'm working here at Commonwealth Broadcasting Corporation and it's just really awesome. I get to do lots of cool stuff like write commercials. I've voiced a couple commercials. And I just kind of help out with whatever anybody needs. My favorite part is getting to meet all the different kinds of people and also just getting opportunities like this co-op. It's really just been a wonderful learning experience.
Just being able, instead of being in a classroom where you have to sit all day, you're doing your own work for something that you're actually interested in. I would recommend this course to other students just because it'll let them know if they would like to do this for a career.
Medical Detectives is part of the Project Lead the Way curriculum, a feeder to the biomed program at the high school. One of the things that I really enjoy about this class is that it does expose the students to a number of different medical careers and give them ideas that there are numerous potential career opportunities for somebody in the medical field.
I would definitely recommend the class for someone who has interest in medical sciences. And you'll learn a lot about the brain, vital signs, and just all around a lot about science.
Classes that we're offering here with Project Lead the Way, it allows them to have those real world problems where they're able to connect with each other, connect across soft skills that they're able to develop and work through those problems together. And so within our school, within our district, we provide lots of different opportunities for students to learn, to grow, and so that's what our goal here is at Barren County Middle School, is to empower students through our learning opportunities.
Two times Cumberland County's even defeated Barren County. The two times they won was in 2002 and 2009. That was the same year they won the 16th district under Brandon Combs and Burkesville. Last year, the Trojans lost to Bowling Green in the regional semifinal game, 51-46, after defeating Metcalfe County, a 16th district team, in the first round, 56-54. The Trojans finished last year 21-13. They were the region runner-up to Bowling Green in 2016. Of course, the Trojans have one regional title, and they've been to the regional championship game twice, in 2004 and in 2016, outside of 1999. They defeated Cumberland County last year, 54-35, but did not play each other this season. Of course, the Trojanettes and Lady Panthers did not play last year or this year, and this is the first year, and I can't remember when, that the Trojans have not played the Panthers in a regular season game.
Just you ask, and I've got an answer for you. The last time we didn't play was 2011. We have played
So we didn't play them in 2011.
And you know, it's that prime time of the year where there's snow, there's different weather. You know, it's kind of that February time where there's any reason that can be canceled. But 2011 is the only time in the last 27 years that we have not played them at least once a year. So this year being the exception, they had somebody else they wanted to play in the slot that we normally play them, and we just couldn't work it out to get them on the schedule as we have pretty much consistently in a long time. And this is a really good basketball team. Cumberland County has had one of the better teams that they've had in a long time, and this is going to be a tough game for us. It's probably a tougher game than some people think. Did we get a good draw? Yes. But conversely, guess what? Cumberland County thinks they got a good draw too. Right. So, you know, you have to look at it from that perspective. They have a kid in the Harwood kid averages 16 a game. He is not an outside threat, but he is a strong physical presence at 6'2", takes up a lot of space. He's going to be tough for us to handle, and then he's got some complementary players that can really shoot it well. So they have a lot of pieces. We are going to have to play our best basketball, and what we saw in the district championship is by no means representative of what this team has been all year. This 20-win team, you know, I think has exceeded expectations. Would it have been nice to win a 15th district? Yes, it didn't happen. Glasgow just, you know, completely shot lights out, and some nights those things happen. But you don't want to end the season on two notes like that. We had a tough game, but we have to bounce back. We've had some time to think about it, some time to regroup, some time to game plan since the draw came out. And ultimately, this is a team that really hasn't seen a ton of region teams. This is an unfamiliar team, kind of like we were to Todd County last night. They played 16 games in region, but only 5 of those have not been in their district. They played everybody in the 15th besides us. They played nobody in the 14th. And they didn't play Russellville and Franklin Simpson in the 13th. So they haven't played a lot of regional teams, so it makes sense they get down here and they see somebody that they haven't played. And in us, we have to just play the game that got us here. You know, we have been fun to watch. We've been up and down. We've shot it well at times. We've had to play through times when we haven't shot it well. This floor, though, is a gym where hopefully we shoot it well. It's Shooter's Gym. You should like to come in here and kind of fill it up and get those opportunities early. Makes this game a little easier, but I think it'll be tough for the full 32 minutes.
Yeah. And you mentioned Barren County's record, 20-12. Some of those 12 losses were really close. Bardstown was one of them. They only lost by 2. And there were a few others that probably the Trojans should have won.
Yeah, and Cumberland County is the same way. They've had 10 games that have been in single digits. So, and they've won, or I'm sorry, 15 games that are in single digits, and they've won about half of those. So they have had some games that they probably could have used to get to a 20-win season, and that 17 and 13 you see is maybe not a completely great example of how good they can be, and this is going to be a very competitive game because they want to see those bright lights. They've got a really good crowd across the way. They travel well when they come to the regional tournament for all sports, and this is not going to be an exception. Their whole county is behind them in times like this, coming off a district championship. They've got a ton of momentum riding it in here to Diddle.
And Cumberland County, their enrollment is around 300 students in their high school, so a very small high school. They played in the All-A tournament, and so that's what we're going to check some numbers for you here when we come back from our next break. As Cumberland County takes on Barren County the first game, it is the Panthers and the Trojans in Game 1. And you're listening to the South Central Kentucky Community and Technical College, Don Franklin Glasgow, 4th Region Basketball Radio Network.
It's not about having kids know content knowledge, like, hey, I memorized this order of things, or I know that. It's actually basically like a knowledge acquisition process. Do I know how to get knowledge? Do I know how to research? What's my question? How do I know when I've learned this? How do I know when I'm ready to go to the next thing? So for them in the STEAM process, what we look at is, what's our question first? What are we trying to accomplish? What's our goal when it's all said and done? I try to have models for the kids. We discuss things. We look at examples from the real world. And ultimately in the end, they have to figure out the engineering process for themselves. I'll provide them with materials. I'll provide them with instruction, even some direction. But ultimately in the end, they have to build these things. And that's the kind of real world stuff they're going to have to work through. That stuff will take them far beyond what they learn here. It's all about trying things, taking risk, and then applying what you've learned in a classroom to what you do in life, and then being able to develop techniques that you can use outside these walls.
I'm super proud of what we've been able to build in the last few years in our program. Our goal has always been to set students up for success. But what this does is, I think it is a game changer because it creates that next step of connections for students to what we're doing in the curriculum, and allows them to really see hands-on what nobody else gets to see.
I've absolutely loved the past 4 years being in biomed. I have got so many wonderful opportunities, and it's prepared me so much for my future.
I really feel like our rigorous curriculum really prepares them for med school, physical therapy school, pretty much any graduate medical degree. Our table is a great asset. It's really just a really good supplement to help their learning.
Barren County High School is very fortunate to offer multiple career pathways. The biomedical pathway is just one of those, but our focus is always to have students hands-on experience that prepare them directly for the career that they're going to have when they graduate.
I really like the hands-on aspect because I have several students, particularly this year, being that we do have such large gaps from our COVID time, that are having some trouble with reading. They struggle to do that. So when we do the hands-on and they're able to see the models and to watch me do it, that is taken completely out of the equation, and it gives them the confidence to really shine and do all these smaller tasks.
Building that foundation of how students can use science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, making those connections with the classroom teachers and what they're doing in their classrooms as well. And you know, sometimes they don't have the time to do those project-based type things. In our STEAM lab, they're able to do that. And then also with our Project Lead the Way, students are really thinking about how to build and solve real-world problems, presented with scenarios, and then they have to problem solve and come up with solutions as a team. And so we're really excited about laying that foundation here at Temple Hill this year.
70.3% from the foul line. 27 rebounds a game for the Trojans. The Cumberland County Panthers are averaging just under 61 points a game, and they give up almost 60. They shoot 44.7% from the field. They've made 146 threes this year. That's an average of 5 a game, shooting at 28%. They shoot 63.7% from the foul line, and they average 32.2 rebounds a game. And both teams have a player that was named to the second team All-Fourth Region. Ray Harwood from Cumberland County named to the second team All-Region. Tate Spillman from Barren County named to the second team All-Region. And both those guys average about the same in points. Harwood averages just over 16, and Tate Spillman from Barren County averaging 14.5. So should be an exciting basketball game. Looking at the rankings, the ratings, what have you, the RPI and the Dave Cantrell Lexington Herald Leader ratings. showing the Trojans as a 4-point favorite tonight over Cumberland County. It ought to be a good one here in the first game, first round of the boys' 4th Region Tournament. And we'll come back and set the stage with the starting lineups. Coming up between the Cumberland County Panthers and the Barren County Trojans here on the Sky CTC, Don Franklin Clasco 4th Region Basketball Radio Network.
We start working all the way from kindergarten, and they start doing, if it's building the 3 Little Pigs houses and they have to build something and test it and all of these sorts of things, they start that kind of problem solving skills really young. We do a lot of group work, so they have to collaborate, they have to learn how to work well together, how to compromise. It's been really cool kind of seeing them kind of come in to kind of get all kinds of things. And plus it kind of prepares them, it kind of shows them like different career options and a lot of things that they've never thought about before. And so when we're doing Project Lead the Way and we're studying engineering, we'll pull up scientists and we'll pull up astronauts, and we've watched some launches on TV and just stuff like that to kind of show them that there's kind of a big world out there and there's all kinds of places and things that they can do.
So this class is responsible for growing produce and flowers, hanging baskets, and different vegetables in our school greenhouse that we sell to the public. We also use the produce that's left over after our annual plant sale to grow here in our raised garden beds, and then we harvest that produce throughout the summer. And then all of that produce gets donated to the Barren County Reads and Feeds program here that we do within our school district.
Hey son, what you doing?
Daddy, I'm going to own a dealership one day.
All right, I'll dream with you.
From one small dream to over 25 dealerships in the state of Kentucky, we have set out to provide Kentuckians with reliable vehicles and the best customer service for over 50 years. This may have started with a simple dream, but our dedication to our customers will go on for generations.
What I really like with Project Lead the Way and with the STEAM content that I get to teach is it makes those real world connections. It's allowing kids to put their brain in action. It's not that, we're not at that time in the game where we're sitting and getting and taking notes and content. It's taking that content and applying it to real world selections. And that's what Project Lead the Way is allowing us to do and create those opportunities. Those students that you have in the classroom that may struggle with that reading and math are thriving with this content because they're able to put solutions to problems and fix things that they wouldn't necessarily get in a normal math or reading classroom.
Just being able to figure out what didn't work and how to make it work and how to work through that process just in itself for you as a person is important, but also it builds those skills that are going to be necessary for each grade that follows us.
Braden Purdue, number 21, a 6'2 sophomore, 7.7 points a game and 4.5 rebounds. And Devin Norris, number 15, a 6'4 junior, 6.5 points a game and 4 rebounds. So they start 4 juniors and a sophomore in the starting lineup for the Cumberland County Panthers. Warren Cunningham in his 16th season at Barren County, 14 straight winning seasons, 12 trips to the 4th Region Tournament, 6 regional semifinals. Assistant coaches Matt Gardner, Jared Browning, and Gavin Withrow. Number 5, Tate Spillman, a 6-foot junior, averaging 14.5 points a game. Bray Bewley, number 3, a 6-foot junior, averaging 9 points and 4.5 rebounds. Waylon Clemens, number 33, a 6-foot junior, averaging 5.5 points a game. Mason Bunch, number 4, a 6'4 senior, 9 points and 4.5 rebounds. And Graham Hall, a 6'5 senior, 8 points and 5.7 boards a game. Again, the Trojans are 25-2 against Cumberland County. Going back the last 27, they've won 14 straight, Robert.
Well, it's a pretty impressive streak, but at the same time, it doesn't matter what we've done before. It doesn't really matter, frankly, what we've done the rest of this year. It just matters what we do tonight to be able to move on to Monday into the semifinal matchup against presumptively Bowling Green. but that one coming up after this, Bowling Green a heavy favorite. So this is a unique game. There is, in my opinion, I wasn't here both nights, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. There is way more fans here for this game than there has been maybe in the whole girls tournament.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's a whole lot of Russellville fans or Bowling Green fans here already. Cumberland County's got a great crowd over there across the way. We've got a great crowd back here behind us. I think that comes into play tonight and will definitely help one of these teams make it to the semifinals. And I think it'll be a pretty exciting basketball game. How will we match up against Cumberland County? What do we have kind of up our sleeve that we've been working on? But at the same time, I think they've got some things that they're going to do against us to try to shut down and make us a jump shooting basketball team, drive us off the three-point line, not let us get to the bucket, kind of like Glasgow did, and frustrate us. But we have to find ways that we match them offensively if our shots aren't going down.
Yeah. Looking at the regional tournament schedule and the scoreboard, the regional tournament schedule brought to you by McDonald's. Enjoy a McDonald's meal at your Glasgow McDonald's as we take a look at the Coca-Cola scoreboard from the opening night of the Girls 4th Region Tournament. Franklin Simpson defeated Allen County Scottsville 60-31. Bowling Green, the defending 4th Region champs, over Russell County on Sunday afternoon, 44-40. And then last night, Warren East dug a huge hole to try to come out of it. They trailed by as many as 25 to Todd County Central. Todd County Central finishing to win 70-64 to knock Warren East out of the tournament. And then Metcalfe County defeated South Warren in the final game last night, 52-40. So you've got 3 district champs and 1 runner-up in the Final Four. Franklin Simpson, the 13th winner, against the 14th winner, Bowling Green, on Thursday night at 6. Franklin Simpson 30-1, Bowling Green 21-10. So you're going to have the top 2 teams really going up against each other in that first semifinal game on Thursday night. Bowling Green, the defending champs. Franklin Simpson, the tournament favorite. And in the final game of the semifinals on Thursday night, Todd County Central, the runner-up of District 13, to Franklin Simpson at 18-12, will take out the 16th district winner, Metcalfe County, at 20-12. The championship will be Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Now, tomorrow night here at Diddle Arena, first-round action continues with Logan County taking on Warren Central. The Dragons, the defending state champions, and the defending 4th Region champs as well, will play the first game at 6, and then that'll be followed by the Glasgow Scotties, who won the 15th district, 10-16, against Metcalfe County, the runner-up of District 16, at 12-21. We got both those games here on the radio tomorrow night, and we'll have all the games as well. We've been doing that all week, and we'll continue that way throughout the rest of the tournament, all the way through Tuesday night, when the boys will play the 4th Region championship game. Cumberland County across the way to our left. They'll be in white uniforms since they were a district champ to get to sit on the home bench with green letters and numbers. Barren County across the way to our right in black uniforms tonight, or though gray.
Black.
I'm colorblind.
Yeah, we wear our
black with burgundy numbers and letters outlined in gold.
You know, I was talking to somebody before we went on the air, and they said this is just going to be a different feel for us because usually at the regional tournament, they don't call a whole lot of fouls. They kind of let them play. They let them beat and bang a little bit. And I said, well, that's usually the school of thought. But also in the girls' tournament, I think they've actually called more fouls than we've seen all year long. That's just another interesting wrench to throw in there. Is this going to be a game where we can really pressure the basketball, where we can kind of get away with some hand checks and they can do the same? Or is it going to be really tightly called where it becomes a free throw shooting contest? Cumberland County, not a bad shooting team overall. They don't shoot the 3 really well. They've only got a couple kids that really like to shoot the 3, but at the same time, everything's kind of out the window. They could come out here and shoot 12 and hit 12 threes tonight against us just with the momentum they've got. We've got to shut that down early.
The officials out of Region 3, brought to you by Eric Spain-Howard, Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in Glasgow, Andy Thomas and Tony Beard and Chris Trampy. And the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial opening tip-off about to get underway here in just a matter of minutes. First quarter of action tonight brought to you by First Step Prosthetics and Orthotics, 31W Bypass next to Taco Bell. Danny the Limb Harding and Jeremy Harris serving this area for well over a decade. Ask your doctor to refer you to the best First Step Prosthetics and Orthotics, Bowling Green and Gallatin. Barren County, if you're watching on live stream tonight, we'll be moving from right to left. The Panthers of Cumberland County going left to right. So we see it here at midcourt. Bringing the broadcast on Nash 103.7 and 104 The Score. Nash 103.7, WHHT Glasgow, and WCDS Glasgow, 12:30 a.m. as well. It's Graham Hall against Ray Harwood, and Panthers will control it. Crawley will bring it up court. Tate Spillman meets him in the back court to pick him up as Crawley brings it across the line for the Panthers. He works to the left side, trying to work off a screen, and Spillman stayed with him, and they're going to call Spillman with a block. And a first foul to the basketball game, just 12 seconds in. Ball comes out to Crawley. And they drive, they kick it off in the right corner. Purdue, that's Norris. They give it back to Crawley, circling around to the left side of Purdue. They go down inside to Harwood, and he traveled. Graham Hall stood his ground and made Harwood travel with the basketball.
I didn't want to be presumptive, but I assumed Graham was going to draw that matchup, and he's going to have to be as physical as Harwood is with him.
Bewley angles off to the left side. He's picked up his dribble, bounces it out to Spillman. Got Sells guarding him. They go into Hall. Spin move against Harwood. Hits the side of the backboard, but Clemens gets the offensive board. He curls around to the paint, looking, going back out to Bunch. Now Bunch trying to get open, can't. Gives to Spillman. Spillman wants to drive into the paint. In a lot of traffic there, kicks it back out. A little head fake by Clemens, gives it back out to Spillman. Over goes to Bunch. Bunch sends it out to Hall. Hall out top with it, hands it right back to Spillman. They'll give it back to the left side. It is Clemens, free throw line, turns, gives it back out to Bewley. Bewley gives it back to Clemens, bounces it down to Hall to the left side. Back out to Spillman. Now Spillman trying to work against his defender, drives in, throws up the shot. It's short. Harwood with a rebound for Cumberland County.
Got a little impatient there on the backside since it was a long possession.
Yeah. Going up the baseline, going under, putting it up and in is Purdue.
Got to get back. That was just a fast break layup.
Cumberland County on the board first. 2-0, 6:25 to play here in the opening quarter. Diddle Arena, first game of the boys' fourth region tournament. Here's Clemens driving into the paint, kicks it out to Spillman. Three ball in the air, no good. Rebound Bunch, and he had it taken away. Coming in there to get it was Crawley. Crawley. Out right of the key, backs away on the dribble, looks over at Coach Curtis Claywell. Over the left side it goes to Norris. Norris in the corner to Crawley. Back to Norris, long three, way off the mark. Rebound to Spillman. Spillman pushing it down the floor left side, cuts back right. Gives it out to Bunch. He's going to fire up a three-pointer, and it's no good off the front of the rim. He's behind the black line. Of course, he's known to shoot him from way back there without the black line. They give it out to Harwood. Harwood left to the lane, goes under, puts it up, missed the shot, got his own rebound, puts it back up and in.
And enough separation from Graham that he couldn't get that offensive board.
Cumberland County out to a 4-0 lead. Here's Bewley with the basketball for the Trojans. Right side it goes to Spillman. Spillman, Bunch sets a screen for him. He dribbles to the free throw line, gives it out to Clemens. Clemens on the left side now to Bewley. Bewley trying to penetrate. Free throw line, jump shot is no good, but he's fouled. Foul will be on Crawley. His first foul of the Panthers. Bewley at the line, best free throw shooter on the team for the Trojans at 82.2%. First one is up and good. The Barren gets on the scoreboard at 5:14 to play in the first period.
I think we're going 1-2-2 off of this make here.
As Bewley connects on both. And now Bewley and Spillman try to go for the trap there. They give it off to Sells. Jump pass to the left corner. And they give it to Harwood underneath. Wide open shot put up and in by Purdue.
We did go run and jump, and we gambled there, leaving wide open the block.
6-2 Cumberland County. Right side corner is Hall looking for Spillman. Can't find him. Has to dribble it out. Gives to Bewley. He's open. Lets it fly. Three. Got it.
And just enough to get it over the rim. And you are right. There are three different lines which make you think you have to shoot about 3 or 4 foot further back than you actually do to count it an extra point.
Oak Tree 3 for Bray Bewley. 6-5 Cumberland County. Ball poked away by Bunch, but chased down there by Purdue. They give it out to Crawley. Crawley on the dribble, looking back over at the coach. Still on the dribble against Bewley. He wants to drive with it. He's going to drive into the paint and loses the handle. Picked up by Hall. Gives it to Bewley. Bewley cuts back left. Gives it off to Clemens. He'll give it to Bunch. Can't shoot the three. Got defended there. They give it down low to Clemens. Clemens trying to work inside. Can't. Gives it back in the corner to Bunch. Now Bunch with one dribble out to Bewley. Bewley drives. Gets cut off. He's triple teamed in there. Back out for Bunch. He can't shoot the three. Gives it out to Spillman now. Started by Sells. Gives it to Bewley on the left side. Bewley goes into the corner. And now goes baseline. They go underneath there to Hall. Kicks it back out to Bunch. He'll go over to Clemens on the right side of the circle. Now Clemens back out to Bewley. Gets a screen. Curls around to the right side. Wants to drive against his defender. Puts it up. No good. Rebound comes off to Harwood for Cumberland County. Harwood fires it across over to Sells. Three-point shot in the air. No. Rebound put back up and no good. Ball is slapped out. Harwood grabs it. Goes inside. Puts it up. It is no good. They're going to call a block on Mason Bunch. So Harwood got the basket. And we'll head to the free throw line. He's a 62.5% foul shooter.
Just got to grab that rebound. It bounced all over the place. He missed it badly, which caused a long ricochet, an awkward ricochet, and we didn't get the bounce.
Harwood with an old-fashioned three-point play. Pull the Panthers back out to a 9-5 lead. 3:22 to play in the opening quarter.
Yeah, just 2 buckets for us. Slow offensive start. It's almost like it's just a carryover from the Glasgow game.
Yep. Here's Bewley with the basketball. Picks up his dribble, bounces wide right over to Spillman. Spillman works, spins against Sells, cuts him off. Here is Jackson Reese for 3, and it's an air ball, and it goes out of bounds.
Jackson hit a 3 in the district championship, but that one.
He just checked in the game, 5'11 junior. Cumberland County's basketball, 3 minutes to play in the opening quarter. They lead it 9-5. It's Crawley. Gives to Norris. Fires it down to Harwood. A little hook shot up and in.
We're going to have to do something a little different if they just keep going to him.
Yep. Jackson Reese on the left wing. Gives it out to Bewley. Got William Compton in the ball game now for the Trojans. Feeds it into Compton. Goes under with the left hand and puts it in.
Curl cut.
Cut it across the lane. Compton averages 7 a game. 6'3 senior. It's 11-7 now, Cumberland County. Crawley with it out front. Crawley, top of the key, drives against Bewley. Throws it back behind him. Sells. Gives it out now to Norris. Norris over to Harwood. Hands it back to Sells. Sells goes back to Purdue. Now they work it inside. Spin move against Harwood. Floater, no good. Rebound, whistle, a foul. Got to put this one on Norris for pushing off. His first, team second.
Jackson had inside position, a 2-hand push there by Norris, even though he had a huge size advantage.
Gavin Nunn checking into the Trojan lineup, a 6'5 sophomore. And in for Cumberland County is number 12, Gavin Kraft, a 6'2 freshman. Kraft came in for Norris. Bewley with the basketball now as we come down to the 2-minute mark. Left elbow, Spillman. Working against Sells. Out it comes to Nunn, top of the circle. As Harwood backs off of him. Now here's Bewley driving to the bucket. Puts it in on the left side.
Good execution there. Got just enough separation to get him to the bucket and the separation from the defense.
Crawley left to the lane. Shot blocked by Bewley, and it went off of Crawley and out of bounds.
Big-time play there by Bray. Blocked it up top and threw it down off Crawley all in one motion.
Another substitution, Aiden Branham, a 5'11 sophomore for Cumberland County. 1:45 left in the quarter. Cumberland County leads it by 2, 11-9. Spillman with it out front. Spillman dribbles it to the left side. Bewley's posted up down low, kicks it back out to him. Now at the free throw line, back out to Jackson Reese, sends it over now to Compton. Compton back out to Bewley. Got a minute 24 to go in the quarter. Nunn comes over to set a screen. Bewley driving. Kicks it off in the right corner. Jackson Reese. And that's a travel. Kate Hardy checks into the Trojan lineup, a 5'11 sophomore for Jackson Reese. We're down to 1:19 left in the first. Panthers lead it over the Trojans 11-9. As Sells handles the basketball for Cumberland County on the high post. They give it to Harwood. Harwood hands it off there to Kraft. Now he'll give it back out now around the perimeter to Harwood on the baseline, guarded by Nunn. Now he needs some help. Gives it back to Sells. Sells goes to the baseline, reverses it back out, dribbles with the left hand. Back out it comes now to Branham. Branham will give it back out to Sells with 52 seconds to play. Back to Branham on the right side. Branham to the top of the key. Little head fake. Drives into the lane. Goes under. Puts it up. It's no good. Rebound put back up and in by Harwood.
We got to have somebody decide that they want a rebound against Harwood.
Yep.
He's dominating the paint.
9 of the 13 from Ray Harwood. It's 13-9 Cumberland County. 30 seconds to play in the first. Hewley with the basketball. Hewley still on the dribble out front. We'll go hold it for one shot here with 18 seconds to play. Hewley sends it off right side over to Spillman. Got Sells guarding him. Gets a screen from Nunn. Dribbles left. Gives it back off to Bewley. Bewley wants to drive. A little head fake. Gets cut off. Comes out to Spillman with a three-point shot. Got it at the buzzer.
Snuck in there.
And that will end the first quarter. And after one, here at Diddle Arena, it is Cumberland County 13, Barren County 12 on the Sky CTC, Don Franklin Glasgow 4th Region Basketball Radio Network.
At the culmination of our pathways, students have the opportunity to go out into the community and to be able to co-op. It's through these experiences that kids get real life experience. They get to practice the skills that they learn in the class hands-on.
I'm working here at Commonwealth Broadcasting Corporation, and it's just really awesome. I get to do lots of cool stuff like write commercials. I've voiced a couple commercials, and I just kind of help out with whatever anybody needs. My favorite part is getting to meet all the different kinds of people and also just getting opportunities like this co-op. It's really just been a wonderful learning experience.
Favorite part is just being able, instead of being in a classroom where you have to sit all day, you're doing your own work for something that you're actually interested in.
CTC 4th Region Basketball Tournament presented by Don Franklin Glasgow. Now back to Jay Turner.
Barren County trailing 1 point, starting the second period. Here's Spillman with a basketball out top with it for the Trojans. He wants to drive. He'll go against Harwood, puts it up and in.
Block.
Oh, they count the basket.
Yep.
Ooh, I didn't know what the official was going to call there for a second.
That's a textbook charge in my opinion. I thought Harwood did a good job sliding over, and that's a big call because not only does it give us an and one opportunity, but it keeps Tate from getting a second foul.
Yeah. They haven't put the score up there yet.
It counted, didn't it?
I thought so. Free throw is up. It's good. Ties the game. Right? That is right. 13-13.
Yeah, that's right.
Here in the second period at Diddle Arena. Cumberland County with the basketball. They give it out to Crawley. Crawley around the top of the perimeter. Now looking. Trying to feed it to Hardwood. Can't. You got Carter, Carter Browning is going to be called for the foul.
Away from the basketball, holding Harwood. You want to make him work, but at the same time, if the ball's on the opposite end of the floor, just kind of let him roam.
Mm-hmm. Sells will toss it in. So it comes out to Kraft. Kraft will give it out to Crawley. Crawley, top of the circle. Now backs away on the dribble against Bewley. Off left, he's looking right. And now coming out to get it is Kraft. Kraft guarded by Spillman. Now Kraft will hand it off to Crawley. Crawley wants to drive to the basket. Strong puts it up. It is too strong against the basket to the rim there. And here comes Spillman with it. In the corner, Bewley. Bewley driving. Throws it out to Cade Hardy. He lost the handle. He double dribbled it.
You catch that.
Yeah.
You throw a strike there and hit him right in the chest, right in the hands. Cade's going to put that up for three. Just a mishandle there because of maybe the bad pass and the turnover. Good rebound down here by Carter Browning, being strong with it, getting it out as he was absorbing some contact from Harwood.
It's 15-13. Trojans have a 2-point lead over Cumberland County. Here's Kraft straight away, three. In and out. Rebound comes off to Compton for the Trojans. Outlet pass comes to Bewley. Bewley brings it up the right side. Cuts back toward the middle. Now gets rid of it out to Compton. Compton's going to drive to the basket. I don't know if it had it partially blocked or just hit the side of the backboard. Yeah. Hardwood with it in front court. Over the left side, it goes to Kraft. They go down the left corner to Crawley. Crawley looking, putting down a couple of dribbles. 6:20 to play in the first half. Trojans lead at 15-13. Crawley brings it all the way out front. In between the circles, goes to Sells on the left wing. Sells goes down to the corner now to Crawley. Back to Sells. They give it to Harwood out top. Harwood now looking for someone to hand it off to. Finally does to Sells. He set a screen for him. He's going to drive to the basket, puts it up. It is no good. Tapped up and in by Harwood.
Our own kid set a screen that allowed him to go. We screened Tate with our own man.
And we're tied at 15. Here's a three by Browning that's off the mark. And Norris with a rebound for Cumberland County. Gives it down the court to Sells. Sells cuts back. They go down underneath. It's saved back in bounds. Browning threw it off of Kraft, falling out of bounds. That'll be Barren County's basketball as Graham Hall, Mason Bunch, and Waylon Clemens all check back into the Trojan lineup.
Carter, another hustle play, made a couple of those while he was in there, just kept the possession alive, came from the back end and threw it off of Cumberland County to get us the ball back as they've tied it up on us.
Bewley walks it across the WKU logo. Into the front court, right side it goes to Hardy. Hardy out of the wing, gets a screen by Hall, pulls up, free throw line, jump shot, no good. Ball taps out, got his own rebound. Now kicks it back to the left corner to Clemens. Clemens trying to work it into the paint. He'll kick it out to Hardy again. Hardy dumps it back off to Clemens to the left baseline. And now he'll get Rivet back to Hardy. Hardy looking for Bewley. They chase him. That's Crawley putting the pressure on him. Here's Clemens driving into the paint, goes up with the left hand, blocked by Harwood and out of bounds.
Yeah, and off of
and went off
Waylon.
Of Clemens.
He got knocked to the floor. It landed on top of him. Kind of a rim protector. He has good size. He's not huge, just 6'2", but
right.
He almost really does a really good job roaming and protecting the rim.
Yeah, I guess that's why he was named to the second team All-Fourth region.
Not just offense. He can play
right, he can do it all. Here's going to the basket, and Harwood, it got blocked by Bewley as Crawley was trying to go up, and Harwood was out of bounds trying to save it.
Been 6 fouls called the whole game, and most of them have been out on the perimeter. Nothing's being called underneath in the paint, especially on drives to the rim, so we've got to keep that in mind. If we go in, throw something up, just hoping it goes in and get a foul call, it's probably not coming.
Yeah. Bewley with the basketball for the Trojans. Bounces left elbow to Clemens. Clemens looking, turns toward the basket, can't shoot. He's cut off, and there by Purdue. Comes back to Bewley in the left corner. He's guarded by Crawley. Back out to Spillman. We got Kraft guarding him.
I'd post Tate up there.
And now Clemens gives it back out to Bewley. 4:20 to play and a half. We are tied at 15. Hall out top. Clemens. As Purdue's backed off of him. You know, Clemens has hit a couple of shots from the top of the key. And here's Bewley with the basketball against Crawley. Back to the left side. And now feeding it to Spillman going under. Shot blocked by Harwood. Out of bounds to the Trojans. Boy, he came from nowhere.
Yeah, and what we have done actually a good job at was running some motion, running some action to get him away from the paint. And he came, as you said, from nowhere all the way across the floor to block that one. Saw it develop.
Yep. Comes into Hall. He'll give it to Clemens. Clemens now goes to Bunch. Bunch can't shoot the three. They come out to defend him. Now Spillman in the middle to Hall. Against Harwood. Back to Spillman. Spillman takes it to the left side. Gives to Bewley. Circles into the lane. Throws up the shot. It rattled out. Went halfway down and out.
Thought that was going in.
Yep. And now here comes Cumberland County on the attack. Here's Crawley with it. 3.5 minutes to play in the first half. We're tied at 15. Crawley. Right side over to Purdue. Purdue feeds to Harwood. Harwood turns. Goes inside underneath. Almost stolen away in there by Bunch, but it comes right back out to Purdue. He'll give to Kraft and back over to Crawley to set it up.
Not a lot of scoring here. We've scored 3. They've scored 2 the whole quarter.
That is it. And the Panthers with the basketball as Norris has it. Here's the floating down inside to Harwood. No good. Trying to crash the board. He put it back up and in.
He's just dominating, isn't he?
Yep. He's got 13 of Cumberland County's 17. He averages doubles. He averages 12 rebounds a game, too.
Yeah, he's halfway there. He's got at least 6.
Spillman driving. Throws it across underneath the Hall. He puts it up and in.
I like that actually because what it does is it draws Harwood after Tate beat his man off the dribble, and then he just delivers it there where Harwood left his man in Hall.
So a timeout here, brought to you by U.S. Awning Company. With over 60 years combined experience in the industry, U.S. Awning provides superior awning and patio cover design, installation, and service in Bowling Green and the surrounding area. CEO Joseph Gore and the team has proudly served the community for over 15 years. Don't do business from a storage unit. Visit their first-class showroom at 2065 River Street in Bowling Green, usawningcompany.com.
Cumberland County had as many offensive rebounds in the first quarter as we had total rebounds, and they're way ahead in that second chance point category. They were 7-0 at the end of the first quarter, and they've only extended that number here, and mainly it's Harwood doing the damage.
Yep. Crawley with the basketball for Cumberland County. 2:36 to play in the half. We're tied at 17. Crawley wants to drive left of the lane in the corner. Here's a three in the air. Good for Norris. That's only his 28th of the season, but knocks down the Oak Tree three. Oak Tree awards and recognition, more than just sports trophies. 318 Morgantown Road. Called Tyler Wright. Pass knocked up in the air. As Spillman came down with it, he's going to be fouled by Norris, and that's his second.
He just hits over a quarter of his three-point attempts, knocked that one down from the corner, and what he has is a little bit of length. He's 6'4", and that's who they've got guarding Mason Bunch, and with that wingspan, Mason's had a hard time getting any three looks.
Here's Bewley trying to make a move. Can't. Gives it to Hall on the left side. Looking for Spillman. He's got it out top. 2:08 to play in the half. Here's Clemens firing up a three. It's no good. Rebound comes off to Purdue for Cumberland County.
Rallying the boards again.
Yep. Down the right side, it goes to Harwood. Feeds it in the lane. A shot put up. No good. Rolled off the rim. Tapped over to Clemens. Here comes Spillman with it. Spillman down the left side. Hesitation move. Cut off by Harwood. Feeds it into Clemens. Out to Compton. And over it goes to Bewley on the right side. Out to Spillman. Spillman thought about the three. So we're down a minute 40 to play in a half. Cumberland County 20. Barren County 17. Bewley. Working the left side, gives to Compton. Compton can't get open. Gives it back to Spillman. Spillman back to Compton. Fires it up. Three-point shot. Air ball. And it will go out of bounds.
Did not have his feet set ready to come off of that screen. Kind of had them too close together. Just an awkward-looking shot. I know we want to get them threes. We've got two, both of those in the first quarter, but it's got to come in the natural flow of the offense, and they're packing in the lane, so everything is just few and far between offensively.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Bewley into the Barren County bench. He tried to go to Crawley with it in the left corner. Down to 1:11 to play. Cumberland County with a three-point advantage. As Sells gets the ball in play to Harwood. Back to Sells. Sells will send it out to Crawley. To Kraft. Kraft now hands it off to Purdue. A little weave going on out there. Crawley trying to make a move on Bewley. Spins, goes up with a shot, and banked it in.
ISO had the lane completely cleared out. That's their biggest lead of the night, 5.
Yep. 22-17, 46 seconds to go before halftime. Bewley with the basketball, feeds it over to Spillman. And now Spillman on the dribble against Sells, drives into the paint, kicks it back over to Clemens from 15. It is short. Rebound by Spillman with a one-hand grab. Wow. Bewley trying to penetrate. He's going to be fouled by Crawley. That's his second.
Yep. Actually,
his third.
I take that back. They've actually led by as many as 6. That was about 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, so not quite their largest.
Cumberland County foul number 3, Miami Crawley is second.
As they get Branham back in the game for Crawley with those 2 fouls. Compton in the corner, dribbles out, throws it across over to Clemens, gives it back out to Spillman. 25 seconds to play. He's going to hold it for one, looks like.
Hit a 3 at the end of the first quarter. It'll be hard to replicate that again here going into halftime, but need a good look regardless.
And Bewley out between the circles. 13 seconds to play. Right elbow, Clemens off to Spillman. Fires up the 3. Yes, sir. He got fouled, too.
Now play defense. They got 5 seconds left.
4-3, 22-20, driving it down, running up off the own glass. And that's an offensive foul.
Again, another big call because that's 2 on tape or wiping a bucket away and going the other way.
Who they put it on?
Purdue.
Purdue, that's his first. Barren will have 0.4 of a second, though.
Just throw it in, go to the locker room.
And that will end the half. It is 22-20. Cumberland County leading Barren County here at halftime. Let's go to Brian Webb, who's got Coach Curtis Claywell from Cumberland.
Well, you got to like what you saw there. I don't know that last call. You were probably expecting an and one on that.
Yeah, I thought the kid was still moving, but yeah, we come out with a lot of energy there. Ahead at halftime, you know, that's what you want, but we got to finish this game off.
Good luck second half, Coach. Culver's Butter Burgers, since 1984. Tantalizing taste buds. Brian Webb's favorite restaurant on earth, and I've eaten at a lot of them, Jay. Probably more than you have.
Yeah.
But it's consistency, my man. That's what it's all about. And I know that's what you want to see out of the Trojans, consistency. But I thought they fought hard there to keep this one pretty
close, 22-20. Our second quarter tonight brought to you by Greenwood Ford Lincoln. For over 40 years, Greenwood Ford Lincoln and the Renshaw Automotive Group has been serving South Central Kentucky. Check out over 400 pre-owned vehicles and the new mobile service option. Good luck to all the 4th Region teams. Greenwood Ford Bowling Green.com. We'll come back with a halftime report in a moment on the Sky CTC, Don Franklin Glasgow, 4th Region Basketball Radio Network.
To talk spring.
Would recommend this course to other students just because it'll let them know if they would like to do this for a career.
Medical Detectives is part of the Project Lead the Way curriculum, a feeder to the biomed program at the high school. One of the things that I really enjoy about this class is that it does expose the students to a number of different medical careers and give them ideas that there are numerous potential career opportunities for somebody in the medical field.
I would definitely recommend the class for someone who has interest in medical sciences, and you'll learn a lot about the brain, vitals.
How to research. What's my question? How do I know when I've learned this? How do I know when I'm ready to go to the next thing? So for them in the STEAM process, what we look at is, what's our question first? What are we trying to accomplish? What's our goal when it's all said and done? I try to have models for the kids. We discuss things. We look at examples from the real world, and ultimately in the end, they have to figure out the engineering process for themselves.
.com and check out the launch monitor. As we take a look at the halftime stats, brought to you by Kirby and Moore LLP, 1020 College Street in downtown Bowling Green. For the Trojans in the first half, they were 7 of 22 from the field, 3 of 9 from behind the arc. They had 2 free throws and 2 points each for Graham Hall and William Compton.
We were 7 of 22 there in the first half, 32%. Just struggled to shoot it, kind of really struggled to get up shots, I thought, didn't we?
Yeah.
Long possessions. How do we stop it? We did a better job second quarter. We've got to put a little pressure on him. Somebody on front side, somebody on back side, really make sure we body check him on rebounds. And there's always the convention that you can go zone and have somebody a little bit more in his lap and somebody behind him, no matter where he is on the floor. But I know we don't play a ton of that. We play more of the 1-2-2 kind of junk defense. Quality kids that are really good basketball players.
And when we come back, Brian Webb will talk with him as our halftime report continues on the Sky CTC, Don Franklin Glasgow, 4th Region Basketball Radio Network.
To offer multiple career pathways. The biomedical pathway is just one of those, but our focus is always to have students hands-on experience that prepare them directly for the career that they're going to have when they graduate.
Later tonight, we've got the broadcast of the Bowling Green Purple and the Russellville Panthers. As Brian Webb waiting for Coach Warren Cunningham to come out of the locker room down to our right. Remind you, you're following our coverage here on Nash 103.7 and 104 The Score. Nash 103.7, WHHT, Glasgow, Cave City. And let's go to Brian Webb.
Thank you, Jay Turner. Coach, what was the message?
Well, we got to keep Harwood off the glass. I mean, we've worked on it for a couple of days here, but we haven't done a very good job. You got to be more physical with him before he gets underneath the basket. He's got 13 points and rebounds, and we can't let him have another half like that.
Good luck. You know, Jay, you really could have helped the Trojans out this week if you would have been available, because you would have made a really good stunt double for Harwood in there. And I mean, you know, you could have pushed him around in there and let these Trojans get used to that big body and that speed underneath the goal. It's 50 at Culver's. You don't have to wait long. You go through the drive-thru, they come out and give you a little number. Nothing works better than the Culver's drive-thru, other than maybe Jay Turner's silky smooth voice.
I actually go into the dining room each time.
Then you get to see me on the wall in there. You know?
Is your picture on the wall?
Now, Jay, there's about 90 plaques with my face on it in there. You must not get a drink.
I don't look up high
You
enough.
may not get a drink, because if you get a drink, you're going to see it no matter what. Yeah, no, Culver's Butter Burgers always taking care of us on the coach's comments. Jay Turner.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. We get ready for the third quarter. Brought to you by Muttley's Walk-In Dog Wash. Bowling Green's new way to wash your pet without making a mess at home. Dryers and products available. Prices start at $10.99. Located at 288 Cumberland Trace. Next to Elma's. Love your pet, not the mess. Muttley's Dog Wash, 270-938-0024. Celebrating 2 years in business. That's 14 in dog years. Now offering full-service grooming.
Well, no bones about it. How about that? We've got to score.
That's right.
We've got to find a way to score. We're playing on our heels a little bit, trying to play a little bit around the perimeter, and credit Cumberland County. They forced us out, pushed us out just a little bit, and made us uncomfortable starting our offense. Warren has ran some good sets to get us some opportunities, but we have to find a way, offensively and defensively, just to isolate Harwood. You take him out of the game right now, we've got a 6 or 8 point lead.
Right. You can get the latest news in Glasgow and Barren County by subscribing to the Daily Post. It's free and easy to subscribe. Just visit GlasgowNews1.com/newsletter. And starting March 25th.
And our girls, I think, traveled down to Pulaski County. And, again, you don't keep score, but I think we had more runs than Pulaski.
Panthers lead it by 2 over the Trojans. The ball comes out to Crawley as the Panthers go right to left here in the baseline. Turns against Hall. A hook shot, no good. Battle for the rebound, taken there by Hall. Trojans have it. Chance here to tie the game or take the lead. Ball gives it out to Clemens and now to Spillman as he'll set it up. Back over to Bewley on the right side. Bewley cuts back to the left side on the dribble. Reverses back right. Can't get the backdoor pass there. Comes to Spillman. Spillman against Burke Sells. Sends it off to Bunch. Had it smacked loose, but retrieved by the Trojans. Hall has it on the right side. Hall circles out, gives to Spillman. Spillman wants to drive against Burke Sells. Lays it up and in. Kind of scooped it up and in. Actually, it should have been a foul right there.
Yeah, got up a little.
They're not going to call that. They're just not going to call it.
You're right.
Third region officials are not going to call that.
Tate's a little hurt there, but he's got to play through it.
Yep, and Crawley's going to drive to the basket. He missed the shot, and the ball tipped off the hand as Clemens went up for the rebound, but it was tapped from behind by Norris and out of bounds. And the Trojans now with a chance to take the lead this trip down. 6:33 to play in the third period.
Tate's wincing a little bit as he comes back down the floor, so Bray's going to take over the point guard role here, bring it up the floor, let him walk it off just a little bit. Hopefully he doesn't have to come out and get any treatment.
And one of the referees giving Coach Curtis Claywell a talking to over there, and he's close to getting a technical foul if he's not careful. Here's Hall over the right side to Spillman. Spillman down to Hall. He'll put it up over Harwood. He puts it in for the lead.
Great job. Tate, who has hit a couple of threes, had a three, knew the play was developing in front of him, and waited for Graham to break free.
Crawley with it out front. Trojans have a 24-22 lead. Here's Purdue on the right side. Purdue covered up by Bunch. Drives it into the paint. Now fires up the 10-foot shot, and it rolls in.
Didn't really expect him to take it. Gave him some space, and he took it.
Yep. 24-24. Spillman with the basketball on the right side. He wants to drive. He's cut off by Sells. Out it comes to Clemens. Now here is Bewley over to Bunch for the three-point shot. It is no good. And the rebound to Hall. Had it ripped out of his hands by Purdue.
Got to be better than that.
And Cumberland County now with a chance to regain the lead at 5:35 to play in the third period. Crawley with it out front. Left side he goes to Sells. Sells leaves it in the corner there with Norris. Norris curls around, gives it back over to Crawley, driving to the left side. He's cut off. That feeds it in the lane there to Burke Sells. Now back out it comes to Crawley. Crawley around the free throw line area, backs out to the top of the key. Down to 5:12 to play in the third. We're tied at 24 here at Diddle Arena, boys' first game of the fourth region tournament. Here's Sells, gives it off in there to Purdue. He drives the bucket and he puts it in.
Using Harwood as a decoy there.
26-24, Cumberland County. Bewley out to Clemens. Clemens thought about the three, gives it over to Spillman on the right side. Spillman, Hall comes to set a screen. He goes the other way, drives the basket, puts it up. It's no good, but he goes to the deck hard and grabs his right hip. But he's okay. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
He needs his football pads on tonight.
Yeah. Who was the foul on? I didn't catch that one. It's on Norris, I believe. His third, team's first. And at the line, Tate Spillman, 1 for 1, 11 points on the night. Trying to shake off that ball that he made just a little bit ago.
Whalen giving him a little time to do so as he cleans up a little perspiration on the floor.
Spillman, a 71% foul shooter on the season, puts it up and in. Have one more. Spillman puts it in the air, got it.
Also maybe used that time to catch his breath a little bit wisely.
Ties it back up at 26, 4:40 to play in the third. Crawley with the basketball for the Panthers. Goes over to Kraft, who's checked back in. He came in for Norris. Now here's a pass down to Harwood. Potted too hard against the glass, taken by Hall. Gives to Clemens, pushes it down the floor, lost the handle, but Spillman fires up a three. It is off the mark. Ball tapped around. Spillman grabs it on the left side, almost fell down, gives it to Clemens. Off it goes to Bunch. He can't shoot. Down low, Hall working against Harwood. Kicks it around the perimeter. Here's Bewley with it on the left wing. Bewley wants to drive into the paint. Gets surrounded there by four Panthers. Three by Bunch is way short. Falls in the hands of Clemens. Back to Bewley. 15-footer. Got it!
Didn't know where his feet were, but they were right all over the three-point line. We'll still take a long two to get the lead back.
And the Trojans 28, Panthers 26, 3:50 to play here in the third period. Kraft with it on the right side for Cumberland County. They feed it to Harwood at the free throw line. Works against Hall. He may have shoveled his feet there. Here's Kraft in the paint. Throws it back out to Crawley. And now Crawley. As Harwood comes to set a screen, he backs off, gives it off the left corner. Three-pointer in the air, no good. Rebound in there by Mason Bunch. Hands it off to Bewley. Trojans now can extend the lead. Here's Clemens going underneath. Stops, looks, feeds it back out. Spillman, three-point shot. Got it!
Stepped into that one. Knew that was going in. Great job pushing the basketball there. Whalen was surrounded by three Cumberland County Panthers. Didn't force it. Knew there wasn't going to be a foul call. Kind of ducked under, found Tate, and knocked it down. A big bucket there. That is a 5-point lead. And, Jay, I do believe that's our largest of the night.
It is. So that's three Oak Tree threes for Tate Spillman tonight. He has 16 points in the basketball game to lead the Trojans, so he has almost half the points for Barren County as the Trojans lead at 31-26, 3:16. And this is a timeout brought to you by U.S. Awning Company. Join James Brown and John Butler. They talk local Barren County, Glasgow, and Caverna sports Monday afternoons at 4 o'clock in the Brown Sports Bag on 104 The Score.
Scoring a little better this quarter, we have 11. That is almost as many as any other quarter we had. We had 12 in the first, but we still got 3 minutes and 16 seconds to play here in the third period. Tate's kind of come alive a little bit, fought some adversity, getting knocked to the floor a little bit, hobbled every time he gets up, but he's kind of playing through that. And the other thing that we're doing, as Warren asked for, I'm sure, in the locker room, was to try to clean up the boards. What's Harwood's line this half? Nothing, right?
He has not scored here in the third.
Has not scored, and I'm not sure how many rebounds he has. We're trying to push him out a little further on the perimeter, but I know out of this timeout, they're going to need a bucket, and they're going to try to go to their guy.
Yeah, Graham Hall's on the bench taking a break, and Carter Browning in to replace him, so he'll be guarding Harwood out there. Harwood pushing and shoving in there. Over the left side, it goes to Kraft. Kraft gives it around the perimeter to the right side. It's Crawley with the basketball. Crawley behind the arc of the right wing. They go left side with it to Kraft. Kraft will send it in the middle there to Crawley, left of the lane. Throws it off on the left side of Purdue. Feeds it off in there to Harwood. Back underneath. Put up. No good. Oh, foul.
Yeah, probably.
Shot was missed, but a foul on Barren County. And it's on Mason Bunch. That's 2 on him, and the first foul of the third quarter. Going to send Purdue to the free throw line. He's a 72.5% foul shooter, second best on the team for the Panthers. The first one is coming off. That was all over the place.
You still take the foul, especially when you're not in foul trouble there, even though that's Mason's second, to prevent a definite layup.
Purdue for one more. Has 8 points in a basketball game. He got that one for point number 9. And it's 31-27, Barren County. Bewley with the basketball, 2:47 to play here in the third quarter. Bewley out top with it against Kraft. Now bounces off at the high post. The right elbow, Spillman. Turns. Wants to work against Crawley. Throws it up to Browning. Here's Bunch, a three-pointer. Got it!
Oh, wow.
You talk about downtown Bowling Green. That was it right there.
Downtown at Spencer's Coffee there to get a three.
And it's 34-27, largest lead of the night for the Trojans. And that Oak Tree three from Mason Bunch. Here's a lob down to Harwood. He breaks free and puts it in.
Had somebody in front and back, and both of us, the problem there, both of us went for the steal, and that's what left him open for the layup.
Spillman driving against Crawley. Goes in and had it blocked on him. Got it back, though. Feeds it back off to Browning. Gives to Bewley on the right wing. Bewley trying to make a move. Down the lane. Turns. Goes up and under. Puts it up and in.
Great step-through move there on Kraft in the middle of the lane. And I'm surprised Harwood didn't come and try to challenge, but we took advantage. He didn't. 7-point lead for the Trojans going under a minute, or going under 2 minutes.
Right side, it goes to Purdue. He'll give it back to Crawley. On the backdoor pass, back to Purdue. Underneath the Bunch. Puts it in. It draws a foul.
They found a matchup they like.
That'll be 3 on Mason Bunch. The second foul of the quarter against the Trojans. Cuts the lead to 5 at 36-31. Purdue was just there a moment ago. And he puts it up and in. Makes it 36-32. William Compton coming in for Mason Bunch for Barren County with a minute 41 left in the third period. Trojans 36, Panthers 32. Bewley with the basketball. Largest lead was 7 at 36-29. Bounce pass, right side, Spillman. Gives it out to Compton, top of the circle. Back over to Spillman. Spillman back to Compton on the left. Throws it over to Bewley. Bewley trying to make a move on Kraft. Leaves it off with Clemens. He's going to fire up a three. It's no good. Rebound falls in the hands of Harwood. A lead up to Purdue. He'll drive. He'll lay it up and in.
This three made layup. That you see it all the time.
And all of a sudden, it's cut back to 2 at 36-34 with a minute to play in the third period. Left side is Clemens. Clemens sends it there to Bewley, penetrating the lane, falling down, a whistle and a foul. He got tripped up.
I think they'll call it on Kraft, pushing him in the back.
Going to put it on Purdue, looks like. His second and the team's second of the quarter. Graham Hall coming back into the Trojan lineup. 56.3 to play. Barren up by 2 with 36-34, led by as many as 7. And he goes on, it's broken up and stolen by Harwood. On the inbounds pass. Harwood. And he lost it right in the hands of Spillman. But they're going to call him for steps. Never could get control of it. Should have been a jump ball.
Yeah, that official's better than that. He's a really good official. Never had the basketball to walk with it.
Kate Hardy will come back on the court for Barren County for Bray Bewley with 48.7 to play here in the third. Cumberland County trailing the Trojans 36-34. Kraft looking. Throws it off to Crawley. Crawley drives. Throws it to Harwood, top of the circle. Now Harwood will hand it off out there to Kraft. Had it knocked out of his hands by Hardy for just a moment. Down to 38 seconds to play. Working with it, here is Crawley. Throws it off to Kraft to the right wing. Kraft with a left-hand dribble. Reversing, hands it back off, knocked away. Stolen by Spillman. Spillman's going to take it to the basket, puts it up and in.
Good job, just body control. They did not foul him, but he kept it up and in anyway. Got to stop him here.
Got to stop Crawley. He crashes into Spillman. That's going to be an offensive foul.
Good job by Tate, not only making the bucket, but being able to get all the way back and set up in defensive position before the ball was able to score it.
That's going to be 3 on Crawley now. 3 on Crawley, 3 on Norris for Cumberland County with 14 seconds to play here in the quarter. Barren County with a 4-point lead, 38-34, led by as many as 7. And Kate Hardy doing the housekeeping duty down here.
Yeah.
So Bewley checks back in. Comes into Spillman. And Bewley, 12 seconds. Bewley out top with it, down to 7. Bewley trying to go back door. And Spillman going up, has a shot rejected. Down to 1 second. There's Bewley trying to throw it up at the horn. Oh, wow, too late.
Well, that's our third made 3 at the end of the quarter. That one just late.
So after 3, it's Barren County 38, Cumberland County 34. 8 minutes to go in this one on the Sky CTC. Don Franklin Glasgow, 4th Region Basketball Radio Network.
I really like the hands-on aspect because I have several students, particularly this year, being that we do have such large gaps from our COVID time, that are having some trouble with reading. They struggle to do that. So when we do the hands-on and they're able to see the models and to watch me do it and do it, that is taken completely out of the equation, and it gives them the confidence to really shine and do all these smaller tasks.
Building that foundation of how students can use science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, making those connections with the classroom teachers and what they're doing in their classrooms as well. And you know, sometimes they don't have the time to do those project-based type things. In our STEAM lab, they're able to do that. And then also with our Project Lead the Way, students are really thinking about how to build and solve real-world problems, presented with scenarios, and then they have to problem solve and come up with solutions as a team. And so we're really excited about laying that foundation here at Temple Hill this year.
Basketball. Spillman waiting to throw it in play, comes out to Bewley.
Both teams shot it really well in the third quarter, both plus 50%.
Bewley out top with it. Sends it over to Spillman. He's guarded by Crawley. Bounces it down to Bewley. Down low. Trying to make a spin move. Has it knocked loose. Got it back. He's covered up. Needs some help. Now throws it back out to Hall. He'll give it to Spillman. Left side, it's Clements driving. Cut off. Reverse it back out to Punch. And now to Spillman once again.
Reset him. Reset.
Spillman, right side. Bewley. Hall comes to set a screen. Bewley down the lane. Shovels it off of the baseline. Shot put up. No good for Punch. Rebound comes down to Kraft. Here's Crawley with the basketball with it out front for Cumberland County. Right side, it goes to Norris, who's back in the game. They bounce it out to Kraft. 7:10 left in this game. Barren County with a 4-point lead. Crawley with it. Over it goes to Kraft to the right side. Kraft gives it down to Harwood. Harwood works against Hall in the paint. Turns and throws it up. Oh, going to be a foul. I thought he might have shuffled his feet.
Thought so too.
And Hall will commit his first personal. And Harwood will be at the line. A 62.4% foul shooter. He knocked down one free throw back early in the first quarter. That was on an old-fashioned three-point play. And the first of two on the way, no good.
A lot of time left in this basketball game, but the scoring really picked up there in the third period for both teams. We had 18, they had 12.
And Harwood back to the line. His second shot is going way short. Barely brushed the iron. Hall grabs it. And here come the Trojans with a chance to extend the lead. The largest has been 7 at 36-29. 6:50 left to go in this game at Diddle Arena. As Hall sends it over to Spillman on the right side. Spillman looking for Hall down low. Hall working against Harwood. Kicks it back out to Bewley. Now Bewley starts his dribble into the top of the key. Won't shoot it. Gives it back over to Spillman on the right wing. Now Spillman back out to Clemens. They swing it left side over to Bewley. Now Bewley looking. Backs away of the dribble. Kraft will not get up on him. Now Bewley starts in. Floats it. Right elbow. Hall out to Bunch. Gives it back over to Bewley. He's going to drive. Here's a 10-footer off the glass. No good. Rebound put back up. No good by Clemens. Ball tips out. Here comes Purdue with it. Oh, that should have been over and back. They didn't call it. It comes out to Clemens. Here's a three in the air. Good. Knocking it down was Norris. That's his second tray of the game. Cuts it to a 1-point lead. 38-37. Spillman back out to Bunch. Gives it back to Spillman on the right side. He wants to drive. He gets cut off by Crawley on the baseline. Throws it back to Clemens. He'll send it to Bewley. Long range three. No good off to the right side. Rebound Clemens. Back out to Spillman. Spillman drives it. Here's the runner in the lane. No good. And nothing there on a foul. And here comes Harwood with it for Cumberland County. He'll send it down in there to Purdue. He'll throw it up. It's no good. Punch with a rebound for the Trojans. He'll give it off to Bewley. 5:25 to play. It's 38-37 Trojans. Right side, Spillman with it. Spillman to bring it back out front against Crawley. He's picked up his dribble. Right elbow, Hall. Hall looking for Clemens. Can't find him. Dribbles it out. Hands it off to Bunch. Bunch guarded by Norris. Slapped it out of his hands. It's a loose ball, and Cumberland County comes up with it. Here's Crawley against Clemens. Puts it up and in. It draws a foul.
Run here. They've got the lead and a chance for an and one now. Not a good possession, not a good couple of possessions from the Trojans, and Warren wants a timeout.
Full timeout for the Trojans. It was 36-29. Cumberland has scored 10. Barren has scored 2. They've outscored in that spurt 10-2.
Well, we know we've had some fourth quarters where we just disappear offensively.
Yep.
And that's not an opportunity tonight for us to do that, or there will be no more.
That is right. The thing about it is, Cumberland County has no seniors that play.
No.
And Barren County with 5 seniors. Don't want it to be your last game. Fourth quarter brought to you by Gary Force Paint and Body Shop behind the post office on Vanderbilt Drive. They are iCar Gold certified and work with most all major insurance companies. Even you won't know you had an accident, and it's nowhere near the roundabouts. Gary Force, of course. Bowling Green and Russellville coming up next year on the 4th Region Basketball Radio Network. Bowling Green 27-5, the tournament favorite. Russellville has the worst record of the region at 6-26.
Almost like it was seeded, wasn't it?
Yeah. Bowling Green's been ranked in the top 10 in the state all season long. The number 1 in the region all season long. Trying to dethrone a Warren Central. Warren Central state champs from last year. 4th Region champs. Crawley, 69% foul shooter at the line. He made the basket. Only 1 free throw here. The shot is on the way, and it's good. Cumberland County now with a 2-point lead, 40-38, with 4:55 remaining. Hewley with the basketball for the Trojans on the left side of the floor. Looking ball knocked away by Harwood. Harwood's going to take it. He lost the handle, diving for the loose ball. Cumberland County comes up with it. He got trapped to give it off to Crawley. Crawley drives left at it, layup good. 42-38, Cumberland County now with a 4-point lead. 4:26 still to go. Out top is Clemens. Clemens dribbles. Now he stops and looks, throws it back out to Hardy. Kate Hardy back over to Tate Spillman on the right side. Trying to drive against Crawley. He cuts him off. Comes back out to Clemens. Clemens sends it to Hardy. He'll fire up a 3. No good. And Hall had it for a moment, had it knocked loose. Down on the floor scrambling. And we're going to get a jump ball out of all this.
No, a foul. We're going to call a foul on us. For trying to come
gracious alive. And that's going to be the second foul on Bewley. 3rd one on the Trojans here in the 4th quarter.
Not a great sequence.
No.
Continues there. Another loose ball situation we didn't get. Another foul not called down there when we got tripped up. And we're down 4 with 4 to go.
Yeah, Barren County's been outscored 13-4 since they led by 7. And now Kraft is in a trap and needs some help. And they're going to call a timeout. With 3:47 to play. It is Cumberland County 42, Barren County 38. As we take a U.S. Awning Company timeout. Listen to the Dan Patrick Show weekday mornings 8 until 11 on 104 The Score, and you can listen to The Herd with Colin Cowherd weekdays from the Dan Patrick Show, weekdays 11 to 2 on 104 The Score. Girls 4th Region semifinals Thursday night. Franklin Simpson, the tournament favorite, 30-1 against Bowling Green at 21-10. Franklin Simpson, the tournament favorite, Bowling Green, the defending champs. And in the bottom bracket, you got Todd County Central, the only runner-up of the Final 4, taking on the 16th District winners, Metcalfe County Hornets, Lady Hornets, at 20-12. That game about 8 o'clock. We'll have both those games here for you on the network.
We're coming down to it here.
Yeah, this is when you get down to crunch time, under 4 minutes.
Gotta have some stops.
Some stops and some shots.
Offense has been anemic, to say the least.
Nothing in the 4th quarter. No points. With 3:47 to play. And Burke Sells is back in the game now for Cumberland County. Hasn't been in there for quite a while. They give it off to Crawley. Crawley starts his move against Spillman. Backs away. Now gets rid of it to Harwood. Harwood Off to Purdue. Purdue curls around in the paint. He'll throw it up in the lane and put it in. Purdue with 12 of his 16 points here in the second half. And it's a 6-point Cumberland County lead. 3:23 to play in the ball game. And ball poked away again. Here comes Harwood with it for Cumberland. Driving, puts it up. It's good and a foul.
Well, we can't be robots. We're running the same thing, same motion over and over, and Harwood has basically just jumped the routes, jumped the coverage, if to use a football analogy, and they're stripping it away from us. When you do the same thing over and over, you become predictable, and that predictability has us at the largest deficit of the night.
Yeah. Yep, Harwood is at the line. He missed his last two. 17 points for Harwood tonight. Free throw is up. It is no good. And ball got knocked on the floor and picked up by Bunch.
Gonna have to go now.
Trojans need a bucket badly here with 3:09. Here's Bewley. Put it up on the baseline. Got it.
Timeout, 30.
That's it to 6 at 46-40 with 3:05 to go. At the conclusion of every tournament game here this week in the 4th region, South Central Kentucky Community and Technical College and Oak Tree Awards presents an award to the player of the game.
Well, you look at the third period fouls. I don't think we had very many in the third period.
No, we only had 2.
But now we have 4 and they have none.
Yeah.
So with our next foul, they'll be shooting free throws. They are 64% free throw shooting team. Have some that are out there that you would definitely want to foul, but that's not the point necessarily to start fouling. Norris, Purdue, Crawley, Sales, Harwood, that's the main 5 that's out there, and that's their best 5 free throw shooters.
Final score of the Coca-Cola scoreboard from Region 5 tonight. Adair County boys defeat Washington County 70-60. Harwood, ball knocked away by Spillman.
Couldn't grab it and throw it back off of Crawley.
Trojans having a pressure here, full court pressure, 3:04, down 6. As Harwood gets the ball in play to Sales. Sales in the backcourt, being chased out there. Double team, throws it off to Crawley. Crawley fires it down to Purdue. Purdue puts it up, it's blocked in there. Bunch comes down with it. Gives it off to Hardy. Trojans need another bucket here. Here's Hardy driving. Throws it off in the right corner. Bewley out to Clemens. He drives, kicks it back off to Bunch. Right side it goes to Hardy. Hardy cut off by Harwood. Here's Spillman with a 3. It's off the mark, and Harwood up high for the rebound. Lost it. Hardy puts it back up. No good. Follow-up good for Bewley.
Another timeout, 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 timeout. He was trying to call timeout. The official didn't see him. He was running back the other way. We got to get back in the defense.
And it comes up to Crawley. Fires it down to Purdue. Purdue against Clemens. And he throws up the shot, and he's fouled by Clemens. It'll be his first. That'll be 5 on the Trojans here in the 4th quarter. And Purdue has been pretty good at the free throw line. He hit his last 2 free throws. 2:21 left. 4-point lead for Cumberland County. Free throw good for Purdue. (47-42). Not sure why they're looking for a wet spot there at the free throw line on the other end of the floor.
I see him at the free throw line here.
Trojans down 2 possessions here. 2:21 to play. Purdue stepping back up the line for his second shot. He has scored 13 of his 17 in the second half. Harwood also has 17. Free throw good for Purdue. He's just a sophomore. And it's 48-42 Cumberland County. Bewley. Right side, drives, 8-footer, rolls good.
The same shot he hit to beat Metcalf here last year at the buzzer.
Yeah.
Just a little 12-footer. The one last year was kind of an up and under move. That one was just a straight pull-up jump shot. We are attacking. Long way to go, 2 minutes down 4, but, as equally as we have to attack offensively, we have to attack defense, and they haven't missed free throws. It doesn't seem like. The Harwood kid missed a couple.
Yeah, they're 5 of 9 in the second half.
But we got to pick the right ones to put to the line. Harwood has the least percentage
Yeah.
of all of them, right?
Yeah, pretty much of the starting 5.
Yeah, the ones that play.
Yeah. The Trojans going to have to try to come up with a couple of turnovers here, down 2 possessions. It's 48-44 Cumberland County with 2:13 to play. Harwood having trouble, still having trouble. Bryant forces it out there, about tipped away. Purdue got it in his hand. He's going to drive, he's going to spin. He has it taken away by Bewley. Bewley ahead up to Hardy. Hardy to the basket. No, he gets knocked away and out of bounds.
Kicked out of bounds by Crawley. He probably had an opportunity to lay it up, but didn't take it. Trying to loop it over to Tate, who actually flared out to the corner instead of went to the block.
Spillman right in the bucket to toss it in. Comes in the corner to Clemens on the right-hand side. Out to Hardy. Now Hardy looking for Spillman. He'll give it in the corner. Punch, a three-point shot. It's short. Ball tipped away. Clemens comes up with it. Throws it back to Bunch. He'll give it to Spillman. Out to Hardy. 3 in the air. Got it!
Good job, Whalen, keeping the basketball alive. Down 1, defensive pressure now.
1:42 to play in the ball game. It's 48-47 Cumberland County. Harwood gets it into the front court. Harwood leaves it off with Crawley. Crawley looking in the corner. He goes, and it's stolen away. Oh, Harwood had it. Loose ball. And it is saved on the baseline, but knocked out of bounds by Spillman.
Had our hands all over it, didn't we?
Just couldn't get to it. With 1:25 left, Bunch is going to check out, and it is Graham Hall back in for the Trojans. Kraft will toss it in front of his own bench across the way to our left. Now Kraft looking. Finally gets it in. Ball gets knocked loose. I thought he was out of bounds. Now they work it into Crawley, going up with a shot. He got it.
17.
50-47. Three-pointer will tie it. Here's Hall giving it to Spillman, out to Hardy. Hardy gives it over to Bewley with 1:07 to play. Barren down 3. Here's Bewley with a basketball, working to the right side, cuts back left. He'll send it over to Hardy. He'll fire another 3. It is no good. It pops out, chased down by Clemens. Clemens back over to Spillman. 55 seconds to go. Comes out to Bewley in a timeout by Coach Warren Cunningham. With 52.6 to play, Barren County will have the basketball, trailing by 3, 50-47.
By no means you have to have a 3. A 3 looks good because it notches your score, but you still have 52.6. That was our next to last timeout, so we have one more stoppage. Cumberland County has 2 as we roll under a minute. Down 3, we got plenty of options out there, and Whalen right now just chasing down loose balls, continuing to give us some opportunities.
Cade Hardy hit the three-point shot to cut it to 3.
He's the only person besides Bray who's even scored this quarter.
Yeah, Bray had 3 baskets in the fourth, and Cade Hardy with the other basket.
We went, 4.5 minutes before we even scored in the quarter?
Yeah.
Now we have 9.
Cumberland County has no fouls in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and that's what they're saying right here. They have plenty of fouls to give, so they're going to come at us and force the officials to make those foul calls.
Barren County's basketball need a 3 to tie. Or come up with a quick 2. Spillman gets it out to Bewley. 50 seconds to play. Bewley cutting back to the left side, reverses back right, gives it out to Spillman. 45 seconds to go. Here's Hardy wanting to drive. Over it goes to Clemens. Clemens on the right side across the key, gives it to Bewley. Bewley's going to drive, kicks it off in the corner. Hardy, 3, no good. And the rebound comes off to Norris. And we've got a foul on Barren County. They're going to put it on, is that a Mason Bunch?
Yes.
And that's going to be his 4th. And we'll walk to the other end of the floor where Cumberland County will shoot free throws. And going to the line will be Norris, who's knocked down 2 threes. And he's a 74% foul shooter on the season. Norris for 2 shots. The first one is good. Puts it back to a 2-possession game. 51-47, Cumberland County. Second shot for Devin Norris. Puts it in the air, and he got it. And Cumberland County wants a timeout. With 31.1 to play, they lead it 52-47 over Barren County.
This is where they're going to extend the game with those fouls. They're going to back-to-back foul you and really wind the clock down now, it being a two-possession game.
You're following 4th Region Tournament coverage on Nash 103.7, WHHT-FM, Cave City, Glasgow. 104.7 the score, WCDS Glasgow, 12:30 a.m. WCDS Glasgow. Online at 104thescore.com and on BC Live tonight. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer. Axe, our producer, back to the studios. Trojans have 2 buckets they're going to have to make. Down 5 points here. Hardy inbounds to Bewley. Going to have to hurry. Can't be trotting across. Drives it to the right side. Needs some help. Over goes to Bunch. He's going to fire up a three-pointer. It's short. Ball skips off. Hardy's got it. Gives it back to Clemens. Clemens back to Bewley. 15 seconds, and the shot won't count if it went in. We've got a foul out on the floor. That's only the first foul on the Panthers here in the fourth quarter. 15 seconds to play. Trojans are 5 points behind. Bewley looking, gets it into Spillman. Going to have to hurry. Spillman trying to drive, can't. Trying to force up the jumper, and it's no good. Rebound to Cumberland County. 6 seconds to play, and a foul on the Trojans.
Yeah, Cumberland, listen, we're not going to win this game. But I said at the beginning, Cumberland's better than people think. Cumberland is solid. They really are. They have a small nucleus of kids they play. They only go 6 deep. But the 6 they play are very fundamental, sound. They play just play solid team basketball.
Free throw is up, and it is good. Purdue. Carter Browning, Cashmore, William Compton will check in. Spillman, Bewley, and Hardy will go out. The seniors playing their last high school basketball game for the Trojans, along with Graham Hall and Mason Bunch out there. Free throw is up, and it's good. 54-47, Cumberland County. 5 seconds to play. Here's Mason Bunch. Sends it down for a three-point shot. That's good for Cashmore, but time runs out. And Cumberland County will advance to the semifinals next Monday night, and they will take on the winner of Bowling Green and Russellville. That's coming up next. And Brian Webb will talk with the player of the game from Cumberland County as Barren County season comes to an end at 20 wins and 13 losses. Cumberland County will improve to 18 and 13 with the win. 54-50, Cumberland County over Barren County tonight here in the 4th Region Basketball Tournament. Let's go to Brian Webb, see if he can track down the player of the game from Cumberland County.
I got Mr. Purdue right here. Man, I tell you what, you talk about a high-flying, competitive basketball game, Purdue. What'd you think about these Trojans?
That was pretty good. Glad we won. That's it.
Well, you know, you're going to be moving on. You're going to see somebody here in the next few days. What's going to be the mindset between these games?
Try to win them.
Man, a few words, Jay, and I like that. He had a good game out there tonight, my man. I got Sonia Corder from South Central Kentucky Community Technical College. Give you an awesome plaque.
From Sky CTC, we would like to congratulate you for being the player of the game.
All right, Jay, back to you, buddy.
Thank you, Brian Webb. We'll come back with a post-game report brought to you by CPC Commodities after this break. Cumberland County knocks off Barren County tonight, 54-50 on the Sky CTC, Don Franklin Glasgow 4th Region Basketball Radio Network.
Amazing? Maybe it's our espresso drinks, like our signature hot, iced, or blended Caramelicious, made from the best coffee beans in the world. Maybe it's our signature homemade cinnamon rolls and tasty breakfast sandwiches, served fresh every day. Maybe it's the refreshment of our fruit smoothies in the summer, the coziness of a hot mocha in the winter. Or maybe we want to put a smile on your face. Spoiler alert, all of the above. Start your day or top it off at Scooter's Coffee. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to do what's right, even if it wasn't easy. I'd always hear my mother's voice say, "Do the right thing." That stuck with me. Every day, just do the right thing. That's it. The rest takes care of itself.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe in doing the right thing for our customers and our communities.
Ask me, Brad Gross, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
This is Kim Shipley, your Barren County PDA. Happy birthday to those turning 65 and over this year. You now qualify for a deduction on your property tax base. Come by our office with ID and get signed up. One exemption per household. Don't wait till your birthday. Sign up now. Also, good luck to our area school teams as tournament season starts. We wish you the best of luck from the Barren County PDA office.
Every sandwich has bread, every burger has a bun, but these warm, golden, smooth steam buns, these are special, reserved for the very best. The Filet-O-Fish, and you can have them too.
Now treat yourself to the best. Reel in your Filet-O-Fish and get another one for just $1. Prices and participation may vary. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
You're listening to the Sky CTC 4th Region Basketball Tournament presented by Don Franklin Glasgow. Now, back to Jay Turner.
Welcome back to Diddle Arena courtside, where Cumberland County has defeated Barren County tonight 54-50 to move on to the semifinals next Monday night to play the winner of Bowling Green Russellville. That game coming up next year at Diddle Arena. Our postgame report brought to you by CPC Commodities, proven on our farm, made for yours. Postgame stats brought to you by Kirby and Moore LLP and historic downtown Bowling Green. Cumberland County led 13-12 at the end of the first quarter. Barren County led 22-20 at halftime and led 38-34. They had as much as a 7-point lead at 36-29, but it evaporated as Cumberland County scores 20 points in the last quarter. Barren County only scores 12. And that was on a shot right at the buzzer by Cash Moore to trim that lead to 4 at 54-50. Cumberland County 21 of 41 with the field tonight. It's 51.2%. They were 2 of 6 behind the arc, 10 of 14 from the line, 25 rebounds and 8 turnovers. They were led by Braden Perdue with 20 points tonight. He was 7 of 10 from the field, 6 of 7 from the foul line. Ray Harwood, 17 points and 10 rebounds for Cumberland County. Byron Crawley had 9, and Devin Norris had 8 for the Panthers. For the Trojans, not a good night shooting. 19 of 52, 36.5%. 7 of 25 from behind the arc. 5 of 5 from the line. Trojans had 30 rebounds. Half of those were on the offensive end. Turned the ball over 8 times. Tate Spillman leading the way in scoring for Barren County. 18 points tonight. 17 for Bray Bewley. 3 points for Mason Bunch. That was on a 3-point shot. Graham Hall had 4. William Compton with 2 points. A 3 for Cade Hardy. And a 3-point basket from Cash Moore. I think that was the scoring there. I believe I got everybody covered. But Cumberland County just the better team tonight.
Yeah, as I said, they're solid. And so here's kind of the tale of the tape. Harwood took over in the first quarter, or the first half. He had 8 rebounds, 5 of those offensive, 13 points. He ended the game with only 17, so only 4 points in the second half, only 2 rebounds. I thought we made a great adjustment there at the half to really concentrate on him. But on the flip side, you know, this is a chess match. What we do, they've got to anticipate. They knew we would make some adjustments because he had such a great half. Well, they looked at their matchup with Purdue, and that's where they went. So Purdue had a really good second half. He had 16 in that second half to lead the way for Cumberland County, and that's why he got player of the game for them. Is really he kind of willed them to that victory. And again, they're solid. It's tough. It's tough when you end the season. You're gonna lose to end your season at some point. But this team has been extremely fun to watch. Tate and Bray and company, Jackson Reese and Kate Hardy will be back next year. But here's what has been the nucleus of our team, those seniors. Mason's had some games shooting the threes. Will's had games shooting threes. Graham's had some games inside. Carter came in there tonight and was very physical with the Harwood kid, I thought, in some spots. And, Cash hit that three there at the end. So they've all brought something to the table, not only tonight but throughout the season. 20-win season for them. You got to be proud of what we were predicted to do and what we were able to do. I know it's not how you want to end, but again, I say this every year, and I mean it wholeheartedly, about the girls, about the boys. Walking the halls every day, I wouldn't trade our kids for anything. I wouldn't go to battle with any of these other kids. I'll take ours any day of the week, any day of the year. We've got the best kids around, and we show it in the way we act, the way we carry ourselves, win or lose, in nights like tonight and every other day throughout the school year.
5 seniors on this Barren County team who played their last high school basketball game. Mason Bunch, Graham Hall, William Compton, Carter Browning, and Cash Moore. Who was hot, who was cold? Bowling Green Refrigeration, Heating, and Cooling, serving South Central Kentucky for over 30 years. Turn to the experts. Your comfort is their concern. Now is the time to check your HVAC unit for the upcoming summer season. Don't sweat it. Call BG Refrigeration, Heating, and Cooling, 270-782-5391. Well, the Trojans were cold tonight. It was 7 of 25 from behind the arc, 19 of 52 for the ball game for 36.5% because Cumberland County was the hot team tonight with 51.2% shooting on 21 of 41. So Barren County season comes to a close at 20 wins and 13 losses. Cumberland County moves on to the semifinals next Monday night. We'll play Bowling Green or Russellville. That game coming up next year on the Sky CTC Don Franklin Glasgow 4th Region Basketball Radio Network.